Nope, 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 nope. I told you. Told you what was gonna happen. Freaking universe. Just. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay. Upside. I didn't have to shoot anything today. So, okay. I decided to go back to the river and go and investigate the anglers. You know, I didn't know much. It's a giant angry fish monster, okay? So I figured, sit on the bridge, let's observe for a while. Let's watch. Let's see what occurs. Honestly, not much. It was a very boring day. I gathered some cattails. I did some very light fishing, because again, I wasn't doing much of anything. I was just watching. However, as I was observing a particular angler that was sitting off, just offshore, and a safe distance away from me, don't worry, a giant super catfish showed up. Okay, now you can look at this, and you could say, Hawk, that's a giant mutated salamander, isn't it? Well, you could say that. Fair argument. It's a fair argument. Except I've never seen a salamander around here. Or a newt. Not saying they're not here, but I'm saying I haven't seen any. What I have seen are catfish. And I'm just saying that face. I could see a catfish having mutated into this thing. Now, regardless of what it mutated from, whether that be a giant salamander or possibly a catfish. Okay, let's be honest, it's probably a salamander, but hey, come on, you could see a catfish out of that. Maybe. Whatever. So, this is a gulper. It is named as such because it eats everything. I mean everything. Like, this thing ate an angler. I watched it eat an angler. Whole. It was horrifying. Okay, you know like how you watch a small fish eat a frog? It was like that, but way worse because they're much bigger. Like, the angler was probably a solid 4 feet tall-ish. The gulper was way bigger, and I'm very happy I was somewhere else. Alright? So I decided to sit and watch for a while, because, you know, horrified fascination. That's what I'm going to call it. Horrified fascination. Of this thing devouring this other predator. Okay? And it's big. Like, this thing's bigger than a car. So yeah, it wasn't a bomb. Or if it was, it wasn't actually a nuke. It was some sort of biological agent, because don't ask me how you're getting something that looks like that off of just radiation in, you know, a week. Because that's a load of BS, and we all know it. So, things of note. It's faster than you would think it is. At least something of that size. On land and in the water, I saw it swimming quite quickly. It moved through the cattails with ease that I find disturbing, and it was capable of at least short sprints. Now, I don't think it has very good eyesight, because it couldn't see me, or at the very minimum, it didn't react to me. On top of this, it doesn't seem to care very much if you hit it. Now, I didn't hit it, but the angler did bite it a few times, and it didn't do much. At all. So this thing is fairly damage resistant, and its mouth can extend, or distend, rather, to an enormous size, exactly as one would expect. I happened to see the one that was facing the angler vomit out a car engine. Yeah, I'm just going to let that sit for a moment. Just process that. Uh-huh. A car engine. I don't know how it got it. I don't know why it ate it. I don't know how it was walking around with that thing in there, but it was. So I'm disturbed. Now, I decided to go and investigate some more, specifically staying a bit away from there. But I went to a couple other areas that are near rivers that I know of, and I happened to find a dead one. It was much smaller. So I figured you guys wanted me to science at it, so I scienced at it by pulling out my knife and cutting it open. Inside I found everything. I mean everything. We're talking part of a paddle, some rocks, bits of metal. I mean, I'm assuming these are all just the things it couldn't digest, but it ate anyway. Probably because its mouth is so incredibly large, it doesn't really have a choice. It just kind of eats whatever's in front of it. Unless it was trying to use bits of metal as a gastrolith, but that's a terrible gastrolith. It's probably what the rocks were for, but I don't know. The point is the Gulper is very large, very strong, very fast, though thankfully its poor eyesight means that it's of limited threat to you so long as you're far enough away and happen to realize it's there, but they're also capable of climbing trees! Yeah, I checked that one out. It hangs from a tree. Really glad I noticed that before I walked over to the stand of trees, figuring it was proper cover. So, keep your eyes up and in the water. Now, beyond just being big, beefy, and strong, that's about it. I mean, they can vomit some stuff out, but that doesn't seem to be like a vulture attack or anything. It just seems to have been making room in its stomach. So they don't seem to have projectiles, but they can charge quite speedily. So consider that a ranged attack. Basically, if you're going to engage this thing, bring your good friend, the gun, and shoot it repeatedly. Preferably in the face. Multiple times. Because, as I said, I did not engage. I decided to vacate the premises because, frankly, I don't think my AK can stand up to that. It was, again, the size of a car. Its head was huge. I'm not sure if I could do enough meaningful damage. Now, if you happen to have a 308, you probably stand a much better chance of this than I do. And, again, it is entirely melee-centric. Thereby, guns are a huge boon to killing this thing. The problem is I think it's going to ambush you because the thing is surprisingly quiet. It didn't make a whole lot of noise when it was eating the angler. It just sort of went up and went. That was about it. It was disturbingly quiet. There was a weird hissing, like a weird gurgling. No loud roaring. So, there's that. If you want to call that a positive, I suppose. I wouldn't call that a positive. I would call that a negative. I would prefer the thing to announce its presence. It doesn't do that. So, rivers seem to be a no-go right now, guys. At least until we get something. I don't exactly know what you're going to do to fight this thing other than good old dynamite, if you happen to have some of that. But stay away from rivers, okay? The fish ain't worth it. Because the river I live by is only several feet deep, and it apparently can support, 8-foot-tall monstrosities. Don't ask me how that works. I don't know. And I don't think it frankly matters, because they're probably going to start roaming out from the river soon, and that means I'm going to have to vacate, because frankly, I don't think my barricades can hold against that. On top of that, I'm finding signs of other things around the area, and it's got me deeply disturbed. So, quick recap on the Gulper. It's a giant salamander or catfish. It is bipedal. It is about the size of a car. It is capable of flipping cars with its strength. That is a guess on my part, but quite frankly, considering how it manhandled that angler, I wouldn't be shocked if it could do so. It is apparently capable of devouring just about anything without causing undue strain upon itself. And it is incredibly durable. So, with all that in mind, everybody, please count your ammo. Keep your food stocks high. Stay safe out there and keep that perimeter up. Peace out, everybody.